So welcome to day one of the European Championships here on the Prinses Margriet Canal in the Netherlands. It's a nice sunny day, breeze is picking up a bit now. You can possibly see one of the large boats coming down the canal in a minute. I'll take a shot of that as we go through this video just to show you the size of the boats that come through. As a team, we've had a good practice week, caught a few fish, even in some of the poorer sections. And I think the lads are all fairly confident going into today. They've all worked really hard, and they've given me a really difficult decision to make with the selection. I've decided to go with experience, and young Josh Truman this is his first European Championships senior, and he'll be joining me and Derek Brady running the bank today. He'll get his chance tomorrow if we're not in a medal position, which hopefully we will be after the first day. The match length is notable by the fact that you need to be, either ends have been really good, and that's been pretty consistent through the week. So end of E section, end of C section on this bank, and the first pegs in A section have been consistently good. Our draw, not too bad. We've got some good ones and some not so good ones. We've got Dave McCauley on A8, which is pretty much this end of the section, so he should be okay there. We've got Colin Hart on B14. I don't really think it matters where you are in B section. B section's been particularly tricky through the whole of the practice week. Then we've got James Woodrow on C3. Now we'd prefer to be up at the top end in the 20s on C section, but it's the bit in the middle you want to avoid because those pegs have been very, very difficult. England found them difficult yesterday as well. So a low draw in that section's probably where you'd want to be if you couldn't draw the end pegs. We've got Dave Corcoran on D section, which is on the other bank further down the canal, and he's around about where we practiced and caught some fish the other day. I think he's on the England's box, which was to our left, so should be okay there. It's probably a trickier draw. That's the initial signal for the bait check, which will start in 5 minutes. And then finally we've got James Dornham on 22. So I'll just spin the camera around so you can hopefully see the size of the boats that are coming down the canal here. As you say, these boats are pretty big. They're all about 80 to 100 meters long. They're actually ships, to be fair, these barges. And if you look at the water line on the boat, normally when they're full, that's an empty one, that whole black bit is under the water. So the pull on these boats is absolutely immense when they go through the canal. And that's something that the guys have got to keep an eye out, because when you're bailing in at the start, if there's a boat coming, you need to think about it. You've only got 10 minutes to do your heavy baiting, but what you don't want to be doing is throwing balls in, and then a boat coming through straight afterwards, and washing it wherever it goes. And I'm not entirely sure anybody's quite sure where it goes. So Derek, myself and Josh will be running the bank, supporting the guys. It's going to be quite tricky because Josh and I have 50 pegs to cover. There's a limit. We'd ideally like more people on the bank. Lots of the teams have 1 per section or 2 per section, but we have to make do with what we've got. We'll support the guys as best we can, and we'll also share information, and I'll try to get Derek to post updates every hour when we get the fish counts. So it'll be after the hour, about 10 or 15 minutes after the end of each hour, and let you know roughly where people are. It's going to be difficult. We're only going to be able to do fish counts rather than tell you exactly where they are, but it'll be a good indication of how the guys are getting on. The important thing on this canal seems to be that you need to, if you're lucky, the bream have been moving up and down. So apart from the ends that have been really good, the pockets of bream seem to have been shifting along the canal 1 or 2 boxes each day and then coming back, and wherever they settle overnight seems to be where they are in the morning. So ideally today, when we've balled in and we drop in, the float will go under and we'll catch a few early fish, settle the nerves and get the guys set for the rest of the match. Fingers crossed, wish us luck, and we'll provide an update later on today.